forward. So all right, I'm gonna set you as the host on there so that you can share it easier because
Super.
all right, so I got you. So you'll have to bring everybody in, Todd.
Okay.
Hi, Shannon.
Hey, hi. Been a little while. Good to see
Yeah, thank you. I got a little older since y'all saw me last.
Mhm.
you. Me too. Me too.
Only a couple of days though.
Yeah, it hasn't been too long.
No, we're reverse aging though. So
That's
That's
right.
right. That's right. It
Hi,
works for women, not for guys.
here's Catherine and her husband. Hello. I
Yes.
won't have a video on. I apologize. I was in the shower and
Catherine's
it's my
husband
son's
smiling, so I'm
birthday.
suspicious.
Oh,
You know, I don't know, Todd and Shannon, if you know, but when Catherine and her husband were on here about a week or so ago, he sabotaged the computer where she couldn't talk the entire night.
Is that
Oh my
right?
gosh.
I don't know why,
I had the virtual shield on that wouldn't let.
That's funny.
We picked on him at least I've picked on him ever since then, so it's kind of funny. He tried hard to figure out what was wrong too. It was so funny because all night they were trying to figure out how to get it to work because they wanted to ask something nobody could ask. So anyway, all right. We may have, well, we're close to everybody. Let me see here. 1, 2, 3. No, there should be a few more maybe still going to join still yet.
Yeah, we can give it a minute.
Sounds good.
And they may not be able to make it. We are recording for those of you that are on, so you're aware of that. Yanka, do you know how many diamonds did we actually have that I emailed? I don't remember. Is it 8?
6 or 8.
And
But
then
we also
we
have
did have 2
here
goals
Amy.
join
We
with
have
us too. Yeah.
Steve, we have Amy Snyder here. She is a diamond in spirit.
Yes.
She's
So
gonna
she
be
wants
a
to go-
diamond.
Hi, Amy.
And then we have Amber Schlaps. She just upgraded to gold and she wants to attend.
Okay.
Super.
Sounds good.
The reason that we are even having this because we had yesterday Zoom and we showed a lot of videos of testimonies and I even have more today, but I'm not gonna do that part. I told people it's pure business tonight because we want to remind them, and that was the main reason, remind them that there is a 14 weeks for diamonds where they get paid certain way that will be easy on them to make all these investment back. So that's what I wanted, Todd and Shannon, if you can explain to them how this whole thing works.
Right. And then the other aspect too is that we want to work with everybody, but especially when you're in that time crunch as a diamond. I think golds are also kind of in the same time crunch. When we say time crunch, it's not like it's critical, but it's a matter of you have more of an opportunity to make money during that time period. So we want to be able to help our diamonds to get, and even golds for that matter, to get to that place where they can maximize the profit. And I think what it was, Todd, with you and Shannon and with oh gosh, well, I'm trying to think of the name here for a moment.
Jason,
there we go. I keep wanting to say Josh for some reason, but anyway, yeah, Jason, he signed up as a gold the same time you guys came in. Is that right? And you guys had upgraded to a diamond and he didn't know it. And
Yeah.
y'all were parallel and just crushing poor guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, he gives that testimony about how that works. So
yeah, yeah, exactly. That's a good analogy. Yeah, he got in, I think the day after we did actually joined and we had upgraded to diamond. We actually came in for one day as a customer, and then Shan
because of my stubbornness, basically.
Yeah, I was like, let's go all in, and she said, no, we'll just do customer, and so and then she proceeded. We didn't even have the patches in yet, and she went to her Bible study and just mentioned it that, hey, I have this stem cell activation patch, so I'm excited to start start wearing and things, and all the ladies said cornered her and said, tell me more about this. I need this. My husband needs this. and this and that. So she came home that day and she said, and there went our light. She came home and she said, we're upgrading. So, you know, because really without even trying, just mentioning about the patches, she had people interested. So it very quickly turned into wow, this could be a great opportunity. So so we did that. We upgraded, actually signed 3 other diamonds our first day as a diamond, right?
Mhm.
And we made $1,500, right? Because you earn $500 for every diamond that you sponsor. And so we signed 3 in our first day, and so it basically paid for the diamond order, right? It paid for the diamond order, and we even had a gal who you know, that kicked us off, but then we had a gal who started out as a customer. She was a preferred customer for about a month. And she said, I have all these people asking me about these patches. What do I do? And, you know, we said, well, you should upgrade and, you know, become a brand partner. And she said, you know, what do I do? And we said, well, good, better, best, silver, gold, or diamond. And she said, what did you guys do? And that's a key, that's a key teaching point right there, because it really is a monkey see, monkey do business. And so we said we did diamond, and she said, okay, I'm doing it. So she did. And her first 2 days, she sponsored 5 people at
Diamonds.
diamond. She made $2,500 in her first 2 days.
Yeah.
So
Well, and
it was a
Anne
good,
has a lot of
it was
stories
a
to show it.
good choice.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's that?
Anne has a lot of stories, I mean,
Oh,
behind it.
crazy.
And that's the thing, you know, with this, it's been absolutely incredible for those of you that haven't heard my story. And I know we're going to focus on the business here, but the testimonials are really what drive our business here. And so for me, I was diagnosed with fibromyalgia. Some of you may have heard that. You may have heard my story 28 years ago. When I hit 53, I really did a great job with nutrition, exercise, supplementation, of kind of keeping all my inflammation at bay. But menopause hit me hard, and everything that I did stopped working. So I tried the patch. I got started on May the 6th of this year, and 7 months in, I'm now 54. I can't believe the difference in my energy, stamina. I mean, all the things that you're hearing, and my sleep is just so much improved. So those of you that have started on the patches, like we say, it is your journey, and everybody's journey is different. You know, we do tell people, give it a month for every decade of your life. And I think when you're sharing with people about it, that it's really important to kind of set that expectation. Now, you know, we have one patch wonders that put the patch on like me. I put the patch on, and within 3 hours, I felt the brain fog had cleared. I didn't even know I was walking around in brain fog. I just felt focused, clear, like I could see better. And then that night, you know, I hadn't slept well in 4 years. And that night I slept 6 hours, and I just thought, oh my gosh, I'm going to share this with the world. So really, you know, if you're on here and you're thinking, oh my gosh, this is a business, how do I do this? You're really sharing the stories. People want to know, you know, how are people feeling, and what is it doing for you? So we're going to run you through a 90-day plan, because just like Steve said, at the diamond level, you have 14 weeks where you are actually paid at what's called a senior director level. And that's a higher leadership level. So you have 14 weeks starting right now that you're actually paid as senior director. And those of you that aren't quite to the diamond level yet, once you get to that level, you have that 14 weeks. So it's a little over 90 days. So we're going to talk to you just about how 90 days of focus can change your life. This business for us has changed our lives in 7 months. It's been absolutely incredible, an answer to prayer for my health, and an answer to prayer on the income side too. So it's just been amazing. So we're going to run through some of this and kind of go over these, but yeah. Did somebody
Somebody say
want to
something?
jump in?
Maybe somebody just came off mute
Okay.
for a second. And you know, Steve said the perfect thing. It's about maximizing, right? You want to maximize your income potential, which is why you made the jump and ripped off the Band-Aid and got to diamond.
Well, and I didn't even know if we said we're Todd and Shannon Barble, so from Ohio. So, and Steve might have said that already too. So we want to make sure that we introduce ourselves to
Yep.
you.
Yeah, we live just north of Cincinnati, Ohio. But now that you're diamond, again, let's maximize. Now, here's the thing that we know, and we always say that facts tell, but stories sell. So really, we always say share your story plus 2 more with people, right? If it's an elevator, type 30-second, if you're standing in line at the store, something like that, you want to be able to share your story in a powerful way, within really 30 to 60 seconds. If you go beyond that, it gets tougher and you may lose people. So you want to package that story, practice it in front of the mirror, and just share from the heart. And we say, your why, that's your motivator right there, right? Everyone has a different one. We're in a different stage of our lives now, just having all of our kids being, out of the house. We're empty nesters. We're now grandparents. So now your purpose and your why kind of changes over time. And I know for us, it's just time freedom and, freedom, choices, sure, travel and all those things are nice. But that's our driving force right there. And so your purpose, you want to really crystallize that each and every day. You want to look at that. It's like, because you're going to run into adversity, you're going to run into people who, just won't have anything to do with it or whatever, which is totally fine. But you just have to see further down the road and get past the obstacles. So your purpose will do that. When you have something, when you're focusing on your family, and you want that freedom and choices, for you, then that is what's going to drive you. So really crystallize that. Again, it's different for everyone, but write those out.
And, Todd mentioned your story, and really it's, what were you doing before you started the X39, and I'll kind of just share mine as I'm going over this. So for me, I was dealing with, diagnosed with fibromyalgia, dealing with not sleeping, aches and pains. Literally my 80-year-old dad was running circles around me. And I told Todd, I can't age that way. That's really what happened for me before X39. What I did, a friend shared that she was using this phototherapy patch and it was really helping her thumb heal. And I heard other stories of people that were getting amazing results. And so I got started on the patch. My results, were my results. And so for some of you, you might be waiting on your results, right? And so if that's the case, you're either sharing, like you feel like you're having a little bit more energy, maybe you're sleeping a little bit better, maybe you do feel like that brain fog, that mental clarity. And so, those were my results. What am I doing now? Now 7 months in, I can't believe the way I feel. I literally went from laying on the couch to now out. And I feel like I got my life back. And, where are we going? We're just helping people share. We're sharing the message of this phototherapy patch because it is truly changing lives now around the world. And so, when you're thinking about who am I going to talk to, it's those people. Like for me, the first people I wanted to share this with were my parents. I knew that they needed this patch. I knew that it could help them. So maybe you have those people in your life that maybe, the last couple of years have been tough on people. Maybe some people that are struggling with their health. Those are some people to reach out to. This is an answer for that. And then, on the business side, there are people that are looking for a side income. Side hustles are the norm right now. And it's amazing. As long as we have our phones, we have our business that can go with us, a business that people are able to order off of our website around the world. So you're looking for those people and I think that my biggest piece of advice that I can give for you is don't prejudge or pre-qualify people, because you just don't know what's going on behind people's four walls. So we present all of the options. We look at kind of like a menu. If Todd and I went to a restaurant, we would both look at a menu and we would both make our choice, right? So allow people to choose, because I've been shocked to find out that some people that I thought, oh, they would just want to be a customer, they're saying, oh my gosh, tell me about this opportunity. So make sure that you're sharing all of the ways to get involved, and then you just let them choose what's
Yeah.
best for them.
And then also, you know, when you're talking to people, even if they say, a lot of times it's kind of a defense mechanism where they say, oh, I don't want to sign up for a thing, I just want to be a customer. But almost in the same conversation, a lot of times they'll already be talking about, you know, hey, I want to share this with this family
My
member,
mom or
this friend.
dad. Yeah.
And so by the end of the conversation, they've talked about, you know, 3, 4, or 5 people they want to share it with. So at that point, you just want to kind of point that out. Like, I think it really makes sense for you to go ahead and get, you know, get one of the bundles, you know, one of the what do we
Discount
call them?
bundles.
Discount bundles,
Yeah.
you know, so silver, gold, or diamond.
And
Now,
we'll
obviously
have
there's
that
other
for
ones.
you.
Yeah, there's other ones obviously in between, but we really minimize it down to good, better, best. Silver is the foot in the door, right? And then gold, and then diamond. Okay. And then this is a great really for all of you. I mean, because it's kind of like, okay, I'm here, I joined, I would like to turn this into a successful business. What do I do? And this is really a step-by-step link or website to go to and really work off of on a consistent basis. Build331.com. It's excellent. It has everything you need as far as what to do. We're always here as a resource. Obviously, Steve and Yana, like he mentioned, Jason Miller, who I've known since 4th grade, just a great guy. He and his wife Ty, and then also Michelle
And Ashley.
Yeah, and Ashley. Yep, exactly. So
this is the Build 331. So what we're talking about, that's kind of the structure of what we do here. We keep it super simple. So 331 means that we're sharing with X39 with 3 people a day. It's a target for your business, following up with 3 people a day, and then inviting 1 person to an upcoming Zoom. So, you know, this, like we say, is kind of the minimum. You can share with a lot more. You know, you can do 10, 10, 10. I mean, it's up to you. You know, the great thing about this business is that it can be whatever you want it to be. So, you know, we don't have a boss, which is great. But then also it does take some self-discipline, right? Because you're in charge of your own business. So reaching out and sharing, but using the system as you're doing it. And then you can see there, it says something about schedule your first patch post. That just means if you're out on social media, some people are, some people aren't, you know, you can go ahead and schedule a patch post. We've had great results with people sharing their results on social media. You know, just finding people that really are interested.
yeah, and then someone else's
We just click.
I can't find my cursor though.
Oh,
Cursor is gone. Pardon me here. Gotta
okay.
let someone in. There we go.
Perfect.
Okay. And then share it again.
I think it's under the.
Yeah, the play won't happen. I gotta stop it again and then share
Sorry
it
about
again.
that. There we go. No. Oh,
Okay, can you all see that?
it's not as big.
It's not,
And
as-
that's it.
it's not playing
Sorry about
for some
that.
reason.
Oh,
I see.
yes.
Oh, there's the play.
Right.
Look at there.
There we go. Maybe.
Boom. There you
There
go.
we go.
That was easy. All right. Okay. And then, you know, this is it info.com. This is just a great, here's the thing, because a lot of people, especially when you're starting, you know, when you're starting this venture, a lot of times you think, I have to know everything. I have to know exactly what to say. You know, I have to be the scientist and know all the science and all that. You don't, okay? Because all the case studies, all the science, everything David Schmidt is on thisisit.info.com. So allow this to do the heavy lifting for you. Okay. So for instance, just, you know, we typically will reach out to someone. We have kind of a, you know, well, we have different things based on different people, but we have kind of the same message with all the messages, right? With all, if it's a text, a lot of times we'll do a voice text because it's important for people to hear your voice, hear your passion behind it. But when they show interest and they say, hey, yeah, I would like to hear more about that. Fantastic. Hey, I'll tell you what, I'm going to send you this link. Watch the first few videos on it. That will get you up to speed. as to what this is and what it does. And then I tell you what, are you able to talk, to chat for a few minutes tomorrow afternoon, and try to set a time that way?
Mhm.
And that's really what we do. We just use this to get to the next, to the next, the next block, right?
It's really a great website. It has, and I'm sure if you haven't seen it, make sure that you write it down. It's really fantastic just to show what is this? What is phototherapy? It shows David Schmidt. It has fantastic information. And like Todd said, it keeps it simple. So, it takes the stress out of us feeling like we have to know everything about it.
Yep, absolutely.
And these are some of the things that you can ask with people. I mean, are you suffering? Who do you know that's aging? I think like Todd and I, that's every single person that we know. We're at the age now, we're both 54, where, we're starting to feel the signs of aging. And, for a lot of people, it's just, what are you looking for relief from? And, asking that, then you're finding out really, because people, they want to know more than anything, they want to know, what is it doing for you? What has it done for others? And what could it do for me? And that's really what they want to know. So,
and a lot of times they'll offer that, and they'll
Yeah.
offer the information without you asking.
well, and
Because if you get in a conversation with people like to talk about themselves. They like to talk about
their aches and
what's
pains.
what's going on with them. So, when you consider what all the X39 does and can do for people, then again, you have an answer. So instead of just saying, oh, I'm sorry to hear that, or, I'll be praying for you. Well, that's fantastic. But, we actually have something in our hands that we can offer them, which is really amazing.
And so that says ask, but really we should have listen on there too. So if you're taking notes, you could just write listen and circle it, because a lot of times you'll hear people say things like Todd said, and then it's really just, oh my gosh, have you heard of this phototherapy patch? And if you're asking them that, that will lead into, and sometimes that's how I'll reach out to people if I see, that, or I've thought of a friend, I've just like, oh my gosh, have you heard of this phototherapy patch? No, what is it? And then I go into a little, about what it's done for me. And then I send them to this as an info, and then find out when they can talk, or just mention that there's an informational webinar. Now, when we talk about, finding out when they can talk, you might be sitting there thinking like, oh my gosh, I don't want to get on the phone with people and start talking about something that I don't have any idea what I'm talking about yet. But you can bring in people to your calls. So that works out really great. You could have, one of us jump on the call, and we're happy to do that. We do a lot of those calls, a 10-minute quick call where we share our story. And then we just help people find out more about the X39. And then that way you don't have to know everything about it.
Yeah.
So we did that one. Okay, this right here is a health tracker. So if you can, it's a great idea to get the Lifewave In Touch app. It's In Touch. And this is a health tracker that's on the app. It's also in your back office. But it's really great for you, for your people that you have that are getting started on the patches, because it has an informational part right at the beginning. It tells people how to wear the patch. And then it's a really great tracker to get a baseline. So like for Todd, he knows, like he kept track, his neck pain went from a 10 to a 2 in 10 days. And he was able to track that. So it's really great for people, and you can send this to people directly from the app. The app is fantastic because you also can send, I like the videos under the science section in the app, the first one, or the first two. And the nice thing that the app does, it actually tracks it. So if you send it from the app to someone, you'll actually get a text message that'll say, your friend, Susan Smith, was watching the video. So you kind of have a tracking on that. It's really nice, but that health tracker is great.
So this is great. So this comes right from, you'll probably start getting emails, if you haven't already, emails and text messages from Steve and Gina Merritt. They are in our upline lineage, and fascinating too, because at this very event, this conference in Tampa, Florida, we were only a few months in, and the crazy thing was, Steve and Gina have only had at that time, and this is this past summer, they had only been in this company for 14 months at that point. Okay. And,
Hey, Todd,
Yeah.
Hate to interrupt real quick, but Yana was telling me we've got a couple of other people trying to get in. I don't know if you can see them on your end or not.
Yeah, it'll pop up when they try to get in, and
Okay.
and that's why anytime I stop share, that's what I'm doing. I've
Okay,
already
gotcha.
got a couple
Gotcha. Go
more
ahead.
in.
All right,
Yep.
thanks.
Yeah. So anyway, yeah, this summer, the amazing thing was the couple that put on the conference, Steve and Gina, had only been in the business in this company for 14 months. And they were already somewhere in the vicinity of around 70,000 per week that they were earning after a little over a year. The crazy thing was they highlighted 17 other couples at that conference who were at the same leadership level that they were at. They got to the top of the company in basically less time than Steve and Gina because they were in first. And there was a 23-year-old who was a track athlete, and he was his name's Bo, and he just basically shared it with a lot of young people and just went to town for a year. And he was already earning around 40,000 per month. Okay. As a 23-year-old. There's, we could go on. I mean, we heard, and it's not like they were up there just showcasing it, but I wanted to see like, okay, what are things going to look like after 6 months, after a year and a half? And I mean, I cornered them and just simply asked. They said, there was one couple that said, I was just hoping to get to around 10,000 a month by the end of our first year. And he said, last week we earned over 30. So the point is, this can take on a life of its own very, very quickly, especially when you're doing exactly what you're doing right now, right? You guys jumped and you entered as a diamond. You got to diamond as soon as you could. Some of you maybe you're not there yet, but you're going to get there. But once you do that, and even at the gold level, I mean, you can start. I guess our encouragement is to hit the gas pedal and don't let up. Okay, don't let up, because where people make mistakes, and we've been in this industry for about going on 14 years, and where people make the mistake is they'll go hard for a
90
yeah,
days,
maybe
60,
maybe not
30.
even 90. Maybe their best friend tells them no, and they back off and they take their foot off the gas. But they continually try to start and stop and start and stop. So our encouragement is when you hit the gas pedal, just do it again. Focus on your why. Focus on your purpose. And this was a great illustration they did here. If you focus, because you only have to build two legs. We come from a company, long ago, where we had to build, and we got to the top of that company, but we had to maintain 18 business legs to stay where we were at as far as that income. 18. And with this, it's a binary system. So there's only two teams you have to build. You have a left team and a right team, and it's illustrated right here. So if you focus on, okay, I'm going to focus on building, obviously getting to manager, which we're going to talk about. That's 2 on your left, 2 on your right. They have to at least do silver, right? They have to come in at silver, and we'll illustrate it here shortly. But 2 at silver, gold, or diamond on your left, and the same thing on your right. However, you don't stop there. That will get you to manager, but you don't stop there, right? At that point, you want to continually build. And if you focus over the next 90 days, every person on here can do this. Every person on here can build 20 on your left and 20 on your right. Now, as some of you are probably figuring out by now, sometimes you'll see people being added in your business that you didn't personally put there, right? And that means that because Steve and Yana brought you into this, they're also going to be adding people under you, which is a phenomenal, it's a blessing. We didn't have that before. And so when we talk about 20 left, 20 right, we're not talking about like, don't depend on like, hey, Steve and Yana, keep going. Hey, all right, you added 5 under me. That's great. You want to focus on who you personally bring in. Okay.
Can you give just a brief summary though of what that overflow does for that person? Because I understand it does something, but I don't really understand what.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And
so-
actually, we'll get to that in some of
Yeah,
the slides
so-
coming up.
But,
Yeah.
but I do, yes. So Steve, what that overflow does is it builds volume. It puts volume there. So as you are building your organization, as you're focusing on adding your 20 personal left, 20 personal right, getting to that manager level with 2 on the left, 2 on the right, as you're starting to build that, you're going to see, someone else has been placed there under you. Like we said, a blessing, a blessing person is going to come in. And all of those people that are placed in your organization that you did not put there personally, that volume, you're going to be able to use that volume
Capitalize.
to capitalize on the third and fourth way that we get paid. And we're going to go over that. That is the binary. That is the residual income.
Yeah.
Okay. But you can see there's 8 tips there in the middle. And I really wanted to focus on those quickly. So if we're looking at this as a 90-day plan to senior director, those of you that are diamond, you are at the senior director level for 14 weeks. So how can we get you to senior director in the next 14 weeks? Number 1, engage now. So you want to be talking to people. Even if you don't have your patches, you can still share your excitement on, how excited you are and what this technology is. So we have on our hands the wearable technology.
Let me make a
So
quick point.
number 1,
Quick point.
engage now.
Yeah, quick point right there, because she said something really critical. You don't even have to have your patches yet. So some of you might be thinking, I'm waiting for it to take effect on me. And maybe you haven't yet. Maybe you haven't gotten that aha moment yet. However, I take you back to when we signed up as a customer, and then she went to Bible study, and five or 6 people said, oh my gosh, I need that. My husband needs that. And Shan's like, oh my goodness, right? It wasn't because she was sharing lightly. She wasn't going, yeah, I'm thinking about doing this thing, this little phototherapy thing. Do you think you might be interested in something like that? That's a weak message right there, right? There's a big difference in coming in that way and coming in saying, oh my gosh, I am really excited about this new venture I'm taking on, and then share it with strength. Even if you don't have a story yet, share someone else's story, because everyone on here has seen and heard. I mean, all you have to do is hear Steve and Yana's. My goodness, those are power stories that we've shared with, not with this group, we've shared outside of this group, because they're powerful stories. So my point is, there's a difference in sharing a weak message and a strong message.
Well, and honestly, I'm going to just say, if you just say you have a wearable phototherapy patch that is going to help to boost the cells in your body and really help to balance your body and help your body to heal in the way our bodies were designed to heal, people are like, say that again? What is it? It really, it's not, you don't have to be complex.
They buy into your enthusiasm.
Engage
I
now.
want to throw something in there real quick too, with what you guys are saying. And quite frankly, I feel like I robbed a lot of people of an earlier blessing, because when I started the patches, I did not have the confidence myself. I looked at it as, oh, what's this Band-Aid really going to do, right? But when I put it on Yana, and just like the story, I've shared Shannon's testimony so much, and what Todd would say, you put it on that spot on her back, and next thing you know, in a short period of time, that bulge in your disc was gone.
Right.
And I remember telling Yana, when she got this incredible change with the PTSD, I know what her PTSD is like. I've watched her suffer this for 2 years with no hope in sight at all. Honest to God, there was no hope in sight. And when she began to make that change in a very rapid way, my thought then was, look, I said to my wife, granted, and I know that a friend of ours who's been doing this now for several months, he said to me, he said, Steve, you've got a very serious issue with disc pushed out everywhere. It's going to take more time. And so you don't want to rob somebody of that blessing of a product that, not only like in Yana's case or in Shannon's case, or you can go online and see testimony after testimony of people, of everything. We even got one of our own people that is right here in our own organization flew to Alaska, took it to her sister as Parkinson's, and she says in 3 days already, she's seeing an improvement. I put it on our cat that's neurologically damaged. I haven't even told anybody about it yet. She's had it on for 2 days now. Neurologically damaged, can't walk hardly at all, falls over as soon as she tries to start walking. She's now running. I hadn't even told my wife about that yet. She can run without falling down now. So, the thing is the product itself and what it does is so exciting to me, and to get away from big pharma is such a breath of fresh air. That's why people are going to want this, and they're going to want to at least try it, so you don't want to rob them of that opportunity. Share that opportunity with them. Let them make that decision for themselves. Like Todd said earlier, don't prejudge the person, because you just never know. You just share that, and it'll naturally turn in. The business is just the blessing that goes with it for you. Granted, I'm more excited about what the product can do and help people than I am anything else. The business is secondarily, in my opinion.
Right.
Yeah.
And by the way, I'll just say this
And I see
real
Yana
quick.
wants to say
Yeah.
something.
And I'll just say this so real quick. Don't think that everyone by any stretch, everyone says yes to us. I mean, literally what he just shared. I have an aunt in Florida who literally just said, "Oh, that's too rich for my blood. The $99 per month, that's too rich for my blood." But right before that, a whole paragraph talking about all the different medications she's taking, right? So basically, she would rather stay on all those instead of even looking at a natural.
Well, and she
remedy.
might come around. We're just going to keep praying her up.
Yeah.
So, and I see Yana wants to jump
Yeah,
in.
Yana, you don't have to raise your hand. Just shout it out.
Oh, no, I want to raise my hand, just like proper way. But anyway, what I want to say is that I studied yesterday night the clinical studies, and I finally understood why it helps my PTSD. And because there was no story like mine. And then I found, of course, day before yesterday, I found some doctor of education who was sharing that she's using it for PTSD with her students, and depression and PTSD and ADHD, even autism. So what I studied yesterday in these clinical studies, what this patch does, it not only raises copper peptides and has all these other benefits that you can look up on PubMed, what the copper peptides in body do when they're raised, but it raises SAMI level, which is like capital S, capital A, capital M, and lowercase e. It's SAMI. Okay, that's how you pronounce it. And this is actually a supplement. You can take it as a supplement that can be instead of Prozac or Zoloft, and it does very well. But however, I couldn't take it because I had a major reactions in my stomach. I couldn't be on that particular supplement, but I was very pleasantly surprised that this patch raises those levels in your body. So naturally, your mood gets better, and it's sometimes SAMI is basically like a treatment for PTSD. So that's just, it was like interesting to find this little information yesterday among all of these clinical study papers that I'm going through right now. So that's all I wanted to say.
Awesome.
That's amazing. And we're just continually amazed at the stories that we hear, just like you said, just like Steve said, and it's just absolutely incredible.
Yep.
So this is your first goal. And your first goal is to get to the manager level. So when we're talking about manager is 2 silver and above on your left, and 2 silver and above, enrolling 2 silver and above brand partners on your left, and 2 silver and above brand partners on your right. And you fill in the blanks on that. And then,
and guys, we have people doing that in a day of, 1 day of intentional effort. It's just finding 4 people, 4 people that that want to do this with you. Maybe it's just, they just want to try a discount bundle, but also, again, I know most people in my phone, I don't know how many contacts I have in my phone, but it's a lot. And I don't know how many I could point to that would object to another stream of income.
Well, that or life change on the patch. And like we said, just saying to people, like I'll say to people, if you can even think of one person that you might share this with, you might want to consider doing one of the silver and above discount bundles. And you know what, the great for silver, like I tell them, if it's a husband and wife, you're each going to get a month's supply and then a month to share. If it's gold, you're going to get five months, so 2.5 months each, and then you get a free patch with the gold. And then we do say, if you are thinking about this as a diamond business, the best way to get started is that diamond level, because you do get $300 worth of patches for free, and you're able to get the patches at the best discount. So once you are looking to get to the manager level, there are some requirements there. So you do have to have an auto ship of 110 points. That's 2 sleeves,
diamond.
monthly. Now, if you did the diamond, you actually have 3 months of qualification where you don't have to do that auto ship. So you're going to be qualified. Now, something really to think about here. If you're not a diamond, you want to make sure that you definitely have your auto ship in place. Below manager, it's 1 sleeve, which just is, one packet of your X39 coming to you monthly. And then once you do hit the manager level, it's 2 sleeves monthly. Now, for us, the great thing is, we've done other things where we've had a lot more requirements in terms of sales to earn a top commission. As a matter of fact, we were in something before where we had to have $1,000 of sales every 2 weeks to be qualified for top commissions. I mean, that's a lot, $1,000 in 2 weeks of sales. Here, to be qualified for top commissions, you have to have 2 sleeves a month. So that means Todd and I are getting our 2 sleeves a month because we're using them every month. And that's all we need to be commissions qualified for top commissions. It's absolutely incredible. To be manager, you definitely want to be gold. You have to be gold or above. And then we talked before about the 2 teammates, 2 on the left, 2 on the right.
Yep.
So that's how you get to the manager level. That's your first goal.
Yep. And then the next level is called director. And we just wanted to point this out. Very, very simple. And this is so critical because a lot of people think, okay, I have to balance all these things and get good at all these things. And every level I go up or every rank I go up, there's all these different requirements. It's really not. It's very, very simple. So if you look at director, you've already gotten a manager, right? And now director simply means one person on the left, you help to get to manager. What you just did, you help them do it, and someone on your right get to manager. That's it. And then that boosts you to director. You simply add, there's one other requirement. You have to add another
silver.
Yeah, another silver or above on your left and another on your right. So with manager, 2 left, 2 right. For director, you just need to add 1 more on each side and then help someone on each side to get to manager. Okay.
Correct.
And then,
well, and we
yeah.
say, I mean, you just become a manager making machine, which, the beauty of this business is it's a pay it forward business. You are helping people become successful. Now we always say we can't want it for someone more than they want it for themselves. But if there is someone that is willing to share and they're excited about the patch and what it can do for other people, then those are the people that are reaching out, they're sharing, and, you're helping them get there. So that's really how you can get to the director level.
Yep.
It's just that simple.
And then this is outdated a little bit. So you notice September, October, November. So really you just want to kind of reverse that and start, if you just joined, then just kind of go,
December.
Yeah. December, January, February. So, so it shows, I mean, again, you can get to manager by the end of the night, by midnight tonight. So, which is the close of the pay period. Actually, it closes on every Sunday at midnight Central Time, actually. So manager is that first step. You really should, if you're doing this intentionally, and staying consistent and doing all the things, just basically, you know, just following the 3-3-1 process, right? Contacting 3 people a day, following up with 3, inviting 1 to a webinar. Again, we do webinars. Our team does webinars every Tuesday and Thursday night at 8 o'clock Central, okay, 9 o'clock our time. So those are all webinars you can plug into. And then I mentioned Steve and Gina. They do one every Monday.
Yana.
Huh?
Oh, Steve and Gina Merritt.
Steve and Gina Merritt.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. There's Steve and Gina and Steve and Yana.
Yeah,
Yeah. Talk
okay.
about Steve and Gina.
Okay.
And
The
and
Merritts.
yeah, the Merritts. They do one on Mondays and Wednesdays. And they also do one on Friday at, I think it's noon on Friday.
They
So
have a
so literally every day of the week, there's a webinar that you can plug into. Even if you were the busiest person in the world, you know, you could be successful here simply by plugging in the people that you know to the webinar. You know, again,
Mhm.
create that sense of urgency and create that value of you know, whatever your story is. Oh my gosh, you really want to watch this tonight. If I send you a link, can you hop on at 8 o'clock and watch this? It's maybe
Yeah.
45 minutes to share something that could literally change your life. And if you get good at doing that and inviting people on a regular basis, then fantastic. Now, obviously, Steve and Yana and Shannon and myself and even, you know, Jason and some of the other people, we're always willing to do individual, you know, webinars for you. Obviously, we'll, you know,
calls.
yeah, it's like what we're doing here. This is more of a training, but the system is, you know, there's a webinar to plug into every night of the week. And then we have a Saturday morning training every Saturday morning. We just had one yesterday morning, 10 a.m. Eastern time. And that's with us and also Rich and Mia Finnegan and all the different leaders within our organization that always have something to train on. They're high value. And then we spend the last part of it, it's about a half an hour, 10 to 10:30. And then the second part of that, the second half hour, it's all celebratory things. It's all you know, really
Testimonies.
it's
people
testimony.
sharing
Yeah, like
stories.
we call it wins of the week. We call it wow, right? Wins of the
Saturday.
week.
And Amy was
really,
actually
yeah,
on
Amy was on. Yeah.
Saturday.
So we just celebrate our team and their accomplishments for the week.
One thing that I will shout out, on Wednesday of this week at 8 p.m. Eastern on Wednesday, we have a power hour. It's a work session. It's a guided work session. So if any of you, and we can get the link, get the flyer to Steve and Yana, or if you're in the Team Synergy Facebook page.
Yeah,
I'm not
everybody
sure if
should
you're
join
in
that, by
there.
the way.
But yeah, we have a business Facebook page. It's called Team Synergy. And so we will post different business building things or different things that we're doing. But Wednesday night, we have a guided work session at 8 p.m. Eastern. And so we'll be doing that. And it really is just a time to kind of get coached up. You kind of get a little bit more courage because you're in the group and we're working together. So we're doing that Wednesday, and then Thursday at 2 p.m. Eastern, we're doing another afternoon work session. We did them last week and they were highly successful.
And something really quick about that is one of our leaders, Sean and Allie, you know, he was talking about the 3-3-1, and he said what I noticed was being intentional of you know, in that work session, he did 3 reach outs. He reached out to 3 people in 1 minute's time. Okay, so his 3 reach outs for the day he did in under 1 minute. Okay, so that's kind of a neat thing to look at, because a lot of times you think, oh man, you know, you can drag that out all day long. You know, you can get to 10 o'clock at night and, you know, with it still in your mind, I still haven't reached out to those people. You can get it done in a minute. Okay, your reach outs. And then at that point you say, well, shoot, if I do another minute, then that's 6 reach outs for the day. Right.
Yeah.
So that's the great thing, is you're in control of the activity. And we just had a high level training with a guy named Ray Higdon, which we have a recording of. If y'all weren't on that, let us know and we can get you the recording of. He's a high level business trainer, and we have a relationship with him. He spoke just to our team, but he said a really just a really important and great teaching point. He said, you know, be ridiculously addicted to the activity, not to the outcome, right? Because if you're addicted to the outcome, you know, maybe the first 3 people you reach out to say, say, no, I don't want anything to do with that or something like that, right? But
Well, and
but
he made a great point. So
Yeah.
he made the point, if you go to a restaurant and you're finished with your meal and the server comes along and asks you if you want a piece of key lime pie, and you say no, she doesn't go back to the kitchen and cry, right? Because you told her no. So sometimes we get emotionally attached, and when we reach out to people and they say no, really what we've learned is they're saying not right now. A lot of people do come around, but like Todd said, just reach out to people, share it. Some are going to say yes, some are going to say no. The ones that say yes, their lives are going to be absolutely changed.
Yeah, all you can control is your activity. That's it. Okay. And you guys already know this, the different ways to get involved, obviously.
Well, we can kind of go over this. So if somebody is wanting to get started, retail customer, it's $149 retail. Okay.
How many retail customers?
I think we've had one retail customer in the last
7
7
months.
months. And it really was just someone that went onto the website without talking to me first. So she probably didn't even know. So secondly, preferred customer, the thing I love about this, it's free. A lot of companies will charge to be a preferred customer. Lifewave does not. So it's free to be a preferred customer. Write down, if you're taking notes, it's the baby blue preferred customer that's free, as long as they put their patch on subscribe and save. It is free. They have to have it on subscription. But like we tell people, give it a month for every decade of your life. Most people, they already have subscription. And the great thing is they can cancel it, they can stop it, they can pause it at any time. Now, third, preferred customer plus, that one, I don't know why that says $25. That is $20. I don't know why it says that. It's $20 for preferred customer plus, and it's not discounted to $84 a sleeve. So I don't know why that slide says that. But preferred customer plus is $20. What they get is some samples. They get some swag, they get some freebies along the way. So they do pay for their account, but they get some free things. And then of course, brand partner. Now, if you come in at the silver or above, it says $25 for the account, but there is no fee.
Yeah.
Coming in at silver. And above.
Here's a note too, and correct me if I'm wrong here, because we have had some people come in at that $25 level, right? Just to get a spot, which is fine. However, if they do that and then they go on and order some sleeves, if I'm not mistaken, I don't think you make any retail profit from that.
You don't, and then
Yeah.
you also don't have a discount as well. So
Right.
you have to get that bundle to
Yeah.
get the discount.
So
yeah,
we don't say
really
discourage
give
people.
about $25. I
Yeah.
mean, we have someone that's from Hawaii that had a art gallery in Lahaina,
Yeah.
Lahaina.
Yeah.
That we actually purchased a piece of art from, and all the fires that went through, he lost his gallery. It's
Sad.
just
Yeah,
devastating,
sad. Yeah.
just trying to get back. And
Yeah.
so he just came in, but so here we go. This is what we tell people when they're getting started. We say good, better, best, silver, 3 sleeves. This is a great way to be able to share with people. They're going to get 3 sleeves. If it's a couple, they've got, each get a 30-day supply, and a sleeve is just this, and then gold is your 5 sleeves. We've already talked about that. You do get 1 sleeve for free. People love free. So a lot of people with the free sleeve, they'll choose the Ice Wave, which is the pain patch. They may choose the glutathione patch. Don't feel like you have to know everything about everything. We do have a good patch training video as well. That's excellent. And I saw Yana had asked, where can we get these links? If you want to jump onto our Team Synergy Facebook page, you can go on. When it says, who are you sponsored by, just go ahead and put Steve and Yana in there, and then we'll get you added in there, and you'll see in the files, we've got all of these videos saved in there where you can go in and see these trainings and see these things.
Yeah, and be sure to friend request us too as well, because we
if you are on social media.
Yeah, I think Steve and Yana can add you into Team Synergy. You have to be invited, but we can only invite you if we're friends with you. So
I think they can request. It's a public group, so
Okay.
they can request.
Okay,
to
there
be
you
in
go.
it.
And something else, because a lot of people talk about the difference between silver and gold. Obviously, silver is less; it's $2.99. However, if you come in as silver, you want to upgrade
getting
ASAP,
2 out of
right?
4.
Because you're only getting paid, you can only get paid 2 out of the 4 ways. You can't get paid residuals at silver. That's really important. So that's why good, that's the foot in the door. Better is gold because you can get paid all 4 ways at gold. However, we don't see in when you're gold, we say you want to upgrade to diamond as soon as possible, because you want to be able to maximize that product introductory bonus, right? When you add a brand partner, if you're a diamond, you add a diamond, you earn $500. If you're only gold, you earn, is it 300, 200 or 3? You miss out on $200 or $300. I can't remember exactly which one. So
Yeah.
does everybody
Well,
understand that?
yeah, and you're paid at so does
Yeah.
anybody have any questions on this?
So far?
I see. Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
just unmute yourself if you can.
Yeah, go ahead. Oh, there we go. No, can't hear you yet. I think you have to.
There you go.
There you go.
Okay, let's say in your case, you were silver or gold, and then you wanted to go
Upgrade.
Yeah, upgrade.
Yep.
What's the process, or what's the difference?
Yeah.
You just pay the difference of that, or
Yeah, you pay the difference. What you'll do is you'll log into your site and you'll go to store. Okay, go to store, and then it'll bring a drop down, and down at the bottom it'll say upgrade kits. And that's where you go and do that. Just upgrade. Yep.
Yeah, and you
Yep.
pay the difference, so that's really great. So, so for someone, if they are a silver, they have a $300 credit towards diamond, which is fantastic, or gold or platinum, you can upgrade. And there isn't a time limit on upgrading either.
Yeah.
So that is very nice. Now, all that being said,
You want to get there
want to
as soon
get
as
to
possible.
diamond as soon as you can, because
Yeah.
you're going to get paid at that senior director level. But if you can't, you can work your way there, which
Yep.
is nice.
Yep. Yeah.
Okay, so very, very quickly, and I know we've been on here and we've been talking for quite a while, but we do want to go over the 4 ways that you are earning here. Okay. Oh, you
wanna
just
go back?
Yeah. So the first way that you earn is retail profit. So that's going to be anytime a customer points and clicks on your website. If they buy retail, you're going to earn $50 for a sleeve. Okay, anybody that buys retail, you earn $50 for the X39. Now, if they do the preferred customer where they're on subscribe and save, you're going to get $20 per order. Okay. Now, those commissions can add up fairly quickly.
Yeah.
They really can.
Yeah, I remember in the beginning, I was never excited really to get a customer, because I wanted, just the way I think, I'm like, I want people to come in for the business, because that way it'll multiply faster and things like that. But I tell you, Shan did a great job. She ended up getting 25 or 30 customers in a couple weeks, and they stay on that auto ship and order every single month. And it's so great when all of a sudden $20.
Adds up quickly.
It does. It totally adds up quickly. So
Yeah. Yeah, it's great.
and for husband and wife, it's a lot of times $40.
Right.
And if they
'cause you
do
have pre-orders.
if they do the performance bundle, it's $80, right? If they're doing the
Yeah.
X39 and X49 together, because the X49 is specific for strength and recovery and fat loss and all that.
Okay, so retail profit. Secondly, product introductory bonuses. So when someone joins your team as a brand partner, you get a bonus for that. So if they join as a bronze, yeah, and great idea to screenshot that or take a picture of it with your phone. If they come in as a bronze, you're going to get $15. If they come in as silver, you get $50. Gold, you get $100 commission, platinum $150, and then diamond, you get $200. But remember, if you are a diamond, so yeah, that was right, Todd, that's 200. If you're not a diamond, you'll get $200 commission. But once you upgrade to the diamond, then you actually get $500, that extra $300 for anyone that's coming in as a diamond. So if you're a diamond, you're going to get $500 for your first 90 days.
And by the way, us doing
Anybody
that,
coming in.
yeah, us doing that, I don't know the exact number, but because we did that in our first 3 months, that was an additional probably 10 or 12,000 that we earned in our first 3 months. Okay. And obviously that catapulted us to,
Which when you say that, I literally, when he says that, I'm like, oh my gosh.
well,
Like,
I mean,
can't even
I've
believe
added up.
this.
I don't know the
It's
exact
just
amount,
unbelievable.
but here's the thing. I mean, it really catapults you because, now we're at a full-time income, right now, that we've been at really for the last 3 months, 4 months.
Yeah,
So
it's been
it's
amazing.
exciting. Yeah.
It's been absolutely amazing. Okay, so the third way that we get paid is the binary. Now, don't look at all of this and get cross-eyed and think, oh my gosh, it's so confusing, because that's what I did when I looked at it and I was like, whoop, shutting down here, tuning out, too many circles, too many things. All you need to remember here, you have 2 legs in this business. We all have 2 legs. Okay, that we can remember, that I could remember. You're going to have a leg that's going to have more volume than the other leg, because you're going to have a leg that Steve and Yana are going to be able to add people to. Okay, so when you go to your back office, you're going to already be able to see up to the corner, left volume, right volume, and you're going to see one's bigger than the other. So I could get that. I'm like, okay, one number is bigger than the other. Okay. The number that is bigger, that's going to be your bigger leg. Okay. That's your bigger leg. The number is bigger than the other. Your goal is now you want to add 2 to the left and 2 to the right. So whichever leg is your bigger leg, whichever one has more volume on it,
The power.
that's going to be considered your power leg. Okay. So you're adding 2 to that leg and then 2 to the other leg to get to manager. To get the binary commissions, the residual commissions, you want to start working on building that lesser leg. Okay. Adding people into that lesser leg. So as you add your 20 and 20. Now, why do we do 20 and 20? Because not everybody's going to do this as a business. You're going to have brand partners that are just happy patch users. They love the patch. They love the product. They love the discount. They're not going to share. But then you're going to come across people as you're putting in your 20 and 20. And we never know, like, is this person going to be a fireball? Is this person going to be a patch user? Some people you have an inkling of. I mean, we have some people that we're like, oh my gosh, like Jay, he was, he actually helped to plant the flag of Under Armour. Nobody knew Under Armour. He was one of the very first people on that. He's on a mission here. His wife had some medical issues. She's actually an internal medical doctor, had to take retirement early because of some medical issues. Put the patch on her. Jay is telling everybody he knows. So we're like, okay, he could be pretty good at this, but you just never really know. But you're focusing on your 20 and 20. But as you start to build that lesser leg, okay, because you're going to have one leg that's just going to go. As you start to build that lesser leg, every time, and I know this gets confusing, but every time you hit 330 points or business volume on the weaker leg, you're going to get paid $50. Every time you hit a new $330 of volume. So that can add up very quickly over time.
Yeah.
And that can go up to a maximum of $25,000 a week.
Yeah.
Once you hit that senior presidential.
It's senior presidential. So if you look at the bottom there, go back down to manager, right? So when you're manager, you can have that cycles that add up to 1,500 a week. Okay.
Just this one way of getting paid.
That's just the third way of getting paid, the binary cycles. So just through that number, that third way, that's 6,000 a month, right?
Right.
And here's the thing: we had someone on our team who recently maximized that. Like it seemed like overnight. It was 2 or 3 weeks. They went from earning about $300 per week in that binary cycle, and it jumped to maximize the 1,500. Okay.
Just
so
because they're building that,
it's changed everything.
That lesser leg.
So you just, like Shan said, don't prejudge, pre-qualify. You just don't know. Here's the thing: I've both my brothers that could kill this, and they're not. They're not.
But that's okay.
Yeah, I see some pointing. You just don't know. So that's why people that you think are going to do it sometimes just don't, and people that you think, oh, they're not going to do anything. They'll surprise you. You just never know. So
So, yeah.
that's why you
so
keep your foot
every
down the
time
gas.
Your lesser leg hits 330 points, because your bigger leg will already have the points stored in there. You'll already have the points in your bigger leg. So every time the lesser leg hits 330, and remember, everything's in points here, not dollars. We always want to think of dollars, but because we're worldwide, everything is
That's
going to
a
be
good point.
considered in business volume or points.
And here's the point. I mean, talking about that 20 and 20 again, why do you do 20 and 20? If I can just kind of focus on that 2 and 2 and maybe, 3 and 3 to get to director, because of what we just said, you don't know who's going to do it. You may have 10 on both sides and you haven't really found a ringer yet. You haven't found that person that's going to come in like, oh my gosh, this is the best thing since sliced bread. You don't know. It may be the 12th person, the 15th, it may be the 20th. It may be the first person. You just don't know. So that's why, you need more, you need the odds in your favor. So just focus on 20 left, 20 right. You're going to find some rock stars in there.
So now the fourth, yeah, jump in here. Is it Catherine?
Hi. So, my question is even like when I enrolled, it shows like pick a leg, like right leg or left leg, or was it both or something else that's a third
Strong
option?
leg. Yeah, right leg, left leg, or build strong leg. Is
Build
that what-
strong
I
on the
don't
side.
know. I don't remember ever picking one. Does it matter like when I do sign someone up?
Yeah,
It
yeah,
kinda
it
does,
does. Now, great question. Yeah. Oh, are you still asking, Catherine?
Yeah, because I wasn't
Okay.
sure if I need to do right, left. I've
Yeah.
got someone signing up probably tomorrow. She's probably
Awesome.
going to do the diamond. She's
Awesome.
real excited about it. Yeah. So I'm thinking, well, it looks like Steven's probably put some over on my right leg. Do I put her on the left side?
Great question.
because she's your first person, right, that you're signing up,
Is she your
correct?
first?
Is she your first?
Yes.
So you'll see where the volume is going, right? So you said that he was putting people, or you have volume on your right side.
Yep.
Okay. So we usually say your first two will go on that power leg, that right side, and then your next two, you'll start with the left, and then you just then go back and forth. But really, it's up to you.
Yeah.
Now, we have like a few of our kids, well, actually 4 of our 5 kids decided they wanted to, and we just said, hey, this is what we're doing. This is what it is. If you would like to join, it's your commitment, and you have to foot the bill. But if you want to make the investment, we think it's a great investment. And then we did put them on our power leg because of the volume that was going in there. So, if you have a family member or something. Now, that being said, my mom and dad, we put them over. They were one of the first to sign up over on our other side.
They work it harder than our kids do. So.
Yeah, they do. So we actually put my mom and dad over on our lesser leg, but they're over close to the top of the lesser leg.
So back to what you're saying, Catherine. So to do that, if you log in and then you go up to where you can see your name at the top, should be top right. I think you see your name and a person icon.
Yeah.
Click that, and then you'll see a drop down. It'll say change settings.
Yep.
Okay. And go there, go all the way down. I tell you what, where it says build strong outside, whatever, I never do that. I either go build left or build right. That's all I do. Yeah. So, and you specify it there.
If you have questions, we'll make sure that you all have our phone numbers.
Yeah.
Do not hesitate to shoot us a text, or we can jump on a call with y'all. But the fourth way, just very briefly, we did want to go over this briefly, is so as you're getting that binary, you're building that lesser leg, you're also teaching your brand partners about the binary and building their lesser leg. And as they start getting paid on that third way, that binary, then you are paid a generational matching bonus on what they're earning. Okay. So understand, if you have someone that's first level, so somebody that you enroll, and they're earning, we'll just say, to keep it easy, $1,000. Okay. If they're earning $1,000, you're going to get paid 25% of that. So you're going to get $250. Okay. So it's a bonus. Then anybody that they sponsor,
Second level.
second level, okay, anybody that your frontline sponsors, you'll get paid a 20% match on whatever their binary is. And then a third level, you'll get paid a 20% match. Now, you may look at this and say, yeah, I mean, 25%, 20%. This will be probably the largest way that you're going to get paid.
Yeah.
Because
Eventually,
understand,
not right away, but
over
eventually.
time. Now, in the beginning, our biggest ways that we get paid are retail commissions and our product introductory bonuses. As we start to share the patches and people come in for the business, that's where we're making the bulk of our commissions. But as your team starts to build and grow over time, this is what, you'll begin to see this really adding up.
Yeah, and you guys may have heard of Andy Hosier is the one that that we really,
Very good friends
Yeah,
with
Rich
Andy.
and Mia Finnegan sponsored us personally. Andy is the one who sponsored them, and we work with him as much as we work with Rich and Mia. But when we he just started a year ago, and he had been really started to do it intentionally, I think in February or March.
Well, he got started because he was using it for his frozen shoulder.
Right.
He had been in physical therapy, had
Yeah.
that for 14 months, no relief. And a friend at church
Couldn't even
said,
put his shirt
"Hey,
on by himself.
try this phototherapy patch." He tried it within 5 days, felt amazing. Then he was like, now wait a minute. I've been in physical therapy for 14 months and this worked on me. Tell me a little bit about the business. Like, I need to share this
He
with
said
people.
he said to it, and he had been successful in the same business we were in before.
Yes.
And he asked his the guy from church, he said, "Can you introduce me to someone who's winning here?" He said, "Yes, I can." And so he introduced him to Onyx, right?
Yeah.
And Onyx at this point, she's been in since 2019.
Yeah.
2019 or 2020, and she's over 4 million a year now.
Yeah.
And so she talked to him and he said, okay, got it. And so he hit the gas probably February or March. And by the time we came in, I think he was right around 8 or 10,000 a month. And that's now he's now been in a year and he's now well over 40,000 a month of income. So just knowing for those that stay with this long term, you're gonna, and just have that determination to win, you're going to do really well here.
We highly recommend these order forms, and we can direct you to the link where you can get these. We use these order forms all the time when we're on the phone with people and they're wanting to do either a customer order or a brand partner order. It's much easier than sending them to the website. We love just taking their order over the phone. It's simple, it's easy. Now, I mean, obviously our website works and they can do that, but this
Yeah.
is really just a
Well,
way to
And
simplify it.
back to what Catherine was saying, you might, if someone's ready to go, ready to sign up, and you might be going, oh my gosh, I'm not sure which way I have my settings set. And you have one of these, it's a great time to, okay, go ahead and you collect the this takes 5 minutes to do this, and then you can go home from
And
there
input it.
and see, and then put them in exactly where you want them to. So
Yeah.
we really like
I
using
love the
this.
order forms.
Yep. That's it.
Well, and yeah, and we just wanted to end with this. I mean, really, it's just, it's all about the team, and it's really just all about helping people. And, I mean, I think about, saying yes to this and honestly, just the difference that it's made for my health. I mean, we're offering people just an absolute change for their health, but on this income side of it, it's absolutely changing lives in ways that, we just had no idea. So
Yep.
we're going to throw it back to you, Steve and Yana, and thank you so much for having us on here.
Definitely. Thanks.
Thank you, guys. Thank you very much for doing this presentation. Does anybody have any questions that they would like to ask Todd and Shannon while we have them on here?
We have a question, where do people get order form? Amy is asking.
Yes, it's on the build331.com website. So we gave that
What is it?
build331.com. But I can send you, yes, I can send you the exact
Did you put our
step.
numbers in there, by the way? Did you put our numbers in? Guys,
Also, can these people that are here today to be on our group text? Those
Sure.
who want to work hard, you know,
absolutely, absolutely. Yeah,
because I know how it was for us in the beginning. We just kind of relied on, asked you so many questions. We didn't know anything. We're still learning, but I think that if they could be included in a group text when we are like sharing links and stuff.
That'd be great. That would be great.
yeah. And
Okay,
then-
yeah, Todd just shared his phone number in there to where you can join in with that, or Yana can do that either way as well. Or if you want to take and text us, your phone number is there, and then we can add you to that. Probably Yana's the best. She's very good at adding people on those things. All right, I don't want to keep you guys too long. Amy, did you have a question? I saw your hand up a second ago. You're
Okay,
muted
can't hear
still.
you.
You need to unmute Amy, unmute.
Sorry.
Yes.
Yep, I already got it. I got the build 331 order form there. I found it.
Great.
Thank you.
Great.
Awesome.
Thank you.
And
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Nope, I was trying to type and talk at the same time and it doesn't work out well. So you can see I had order form and then I did so it's step 6 on build331.com.
Yeah.
So,
Also remember, guys, if you have a group that you want to bring on, Catherine, you and your husband were talking about having somebody wanting to sign up. If you've got several people or whatever, even if we're inviting them to the meeting like we're doing here, you can do them that way. Or if you need, we don't have a problem with doing a Zoom specifically with a group. Let's say you've got 4 or 5 people or whatever the case may be that, you want to really kind of go through this with them, but rather than trying to do each individual one, we could just tackle it in one Zoom meeting. Be glad to do that. Yana is just really brilliant on the science behind this too, because she studies that so much. And so, everything we can do to help those people that are wanting to come on, because I'm still so much about the product and what it does. And I just can't get over that part. And I think that's what really sells this to begin with. People need a change. They want to change. So anyway, go ahead.
No, I wanted to tell, you won't know who she is, but Steve will know, but I sent paint patches to Brenda, Sister Brenda, and she has rheumatoid arthritis and hip problems, and she got them, the paint patches, and she put them on a hip today. You get 2 in a paint ice wave, and she put the brown one on her hip and the white one on the upper side of her wrist there, the top side of her hand. And I called her 2 hours later, and she said that all of her sharp pains has left her. So she's leaving on the patch for next 2 days. She says she won't remove it. So that was like just today happened. So that was kind of exciting.
That's awesome. I see you guys have another question.
So, am I there? Can you hear
Yep,
me?
you're there.
So my friend, I'm going to sign up tomorrow. I was at a cycle class a couple weeks ago and I said, hey, have you heard of Lifewave? And we're getting ready to do our cycling class. He says, yeah, someone told me about it in my Bible study, but they never told me any more about it. I'm like, you want to try one before you cycle? And so she goes, sure. She goes, oh my gosh. She's got all these pins and screws in her knee.
Oh,
She
wow.
goes, Kathy, the pain is gone. I gave her several, 12 or something. And then shoulder pain, and she's training for a bodybuilding competition for next year. So she goes, I was able to, I don't know, do some sort of weight, 100 pounds or something. So she's so excited and has just a
Wow.
network of people that are really always excited about it already. So anyway, so that's be exciting for her. But what I wanted to find out is on your Facebook page, you said Synergy Team, because
Team
there's
Synergy.
several ones that come up.
Team Synergy, yeah.
Synergy, okay.
Yeah.
It's
What's your,
only, it's the one
by the
that's
way?
just Team Synergy, because I just sent a request myself to join up on there.
You
Oh,
did?
good.
Oh, I'll make sure I get you added in.
Yeah, Catherine, and what's your husband's name there?
Randy,
Say it
Randy.
again. Randy.
Randy.
And what's your husband's last name?
Bratloff, Brattllof as in Frank.
Okay, Brella, gotcha.
I had another question. We're talking to a manager tomorrow. It's called Lifetime Fitness.
Mhm.
And do they sign up like corporations? Because they were thinking, man, this might be good for Lifetime since it's Lifewave. Do they sign up a corporation?
Yes.
Okay.
They sure
Yes,
could.
you have an option in there when you're signing up that you can do it as a corporation. You just have to be prepared to do your EIN number.
Oh.
If you choose to go that route. But yes, you can do it as a corporation as well.
Yeah, we're, yeah, probably the recommendation would be, to go through whoever you're meeting with, like the trainer or the manager, go through them, get them in personally, and then maybe, I mean, yeah,
But
there's
the-
different ways to do it. Like, for instance, we have like Orange Theory, not
Right.
signed up corporately, but we have somebody, you know, that's
We have
high
a
up.
corporate
Yeah.
coach.
So usually it's better to, you know, go through the relationship first and sign them up, and then allow them to figure out what's best, you know, to get into the corporate.
Yeah.
Okay. And then your webinars, is there information on how we locate those to?
Yeah,
jump in?
they'll be on Team Synergy as well. And also you'll have our number now as well. So if for some reason you get to,
I can
you know,
even put it
Tuesday
in.
afternoon, you're like, oh, I haven't seen the link yet for the 9 o'clock or the 8 o'clock webinar. Are y'all close to them? Are y'all central time?
We're mountain, we're
Yeah, we're
Colorado Springs,
Colorado Springs.
Colorado.
gotcha. Okay, gotcha. So yeah, so whatever time it is for you, I guess an hour
Wow.
behind central. Yeah. So just shoot us a text, say, hey, I don't have and then if it's on the Team Synergy, we'll tag you on there, or oh yeah, but that's it
I
all the
just put
time.
the link
There it
in
is.
the
That's
chat. It's
Tuesday and Thursday. It's always explorex39.com.
It's Tuesday and Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern.
Although I don't
time.
think are we doing this Thursday?
Uh,
This Thursday?
we'll probably just post a replay
Yeah.
on Thursday, just
Yeah.
because it's getting awful close to
Getting close to
Christmas.
Christmas, and yeah, we have the power hour on Wednesday. So we're doing our webinar on Tuesday, power hour on Wednesday, and then Shan said maybe we'll hit a replay or something for Thursday, just because, you know, I know our youngest son's coming in town and stuff like that. So yeah,
Yeah.
we won't be available for it, but
But we'll do a replay.
yeah, we'll post something in there though.
Yeah, but yeah, definitely. I mean, if you can, if you're on Facebook, certainly join that Team Synergy page, or friend request us. You know, we've got our name right there, Todd and Shannon Varvel. And then Yana, if you want to put us on a group message, that would be fantastic. And, you know, feel free to reach out. We'd love to get to know you. We'd love to, you know, hear your story, find out from, you know, what part of the country you're at, and, you know, do anything that we can to help you. We're just here to spread the message of these patches. They're absolutely incredible.
Yeah.
And that's wonderful to hear about, Catherine, Randy, the story of your friend there also that's already gotten results. That's what keeps driving me even forward. And of course, with Yana, like, you know, sending them to friends, I mean, you believe in it so much. And then you have friends that you know that financially they couldn't afford to do one. They just don't have the capability, but you just that much are convinced that it's going to help somebody. So Yana just sends it to them regardless. And I think that's, you'll find yourself doing the same thing. You know people that it will help, and maybe they might be a little bit skeptical, but you're going to do something to try to do something to help them, to get them to realize that this could alter, you know, their life. Just like when Rosa came on the other night with us, you know, and her giving her testimony, you know, she just, you know, and she has no idea. She could probably do really well in this with business, because she promotes it naturally just because of what it's doing for her, all on her own. But that fear of you know, what it would do to her social security, you know, she doesn't realize it would probably outdo her social security by a long shot because she's an awesome testimony with it.
Yeah. Amen.
So,
Amen.
but
Any other
anyway,
questions, guys, before we let you all go?
all right.
Hey, don't be strangers. Reach out to us anytime, okay?
Thank you,
Amy,
Todd,
what is your
Shannon.
email?
You
Amy,
got it.
Amy, what is your email?
Sure, I'll put it in the chat here, Yana.
I'm trying to put you on that.
Todd, we won't hold you, and Shannon, thank you guys so
Yeah,
much
yeah,
for
thank
coming and
you. I'm
helping us
just,
with
No
this
thank you
worries.
tonight.
so much, Todd and Shannon. Appreciate you
problem.
very much.
Have
No
a nice
problem.
night, everybody.
Take
Take
care.
care.
Thank you.
Good
See y'all.
night.
Bye.
God bless.
Okay, we'll see
God
ya.
bless